I'm losing it. I'm not yawning, I'm losing it. There is a difference. Can we land exactly on the spot? It stopped us.
Good
Hello,
morning!
lady.
Hayaka and I were just talking about you. Is Chevros still not joining us today?
Probably not.
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
I literally said probably not, and then Paimon says probably not. We share the same brain cell.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing.
I thought we were done.
She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
I hope she gets
We're
shot.
also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Yes.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I hope Yoimiya gets
I'm
shot.
afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to
Why
be honest,
Do you...
I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the 2 Musketeers.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger.
I have no
We
idea.
don't know about this case at all when we join the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
If anything, it'll popularize it.
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
I can. I say let it go.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
Why is Chiori sounding so seductive? She sounds like she's gonna seduce me. She does. I'm not saying that just for fun. She sounds like it.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
No bounds?
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Sunk to an all-time low. Nah, that was funny. My popularity has sunk to an all-time low. She's not wrong, though.
Excuse me, everyone.
Hello, Xavier.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
That is not your name. I refuse to call you Xavier.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to
Alec Baldwin.
the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
That bitch.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has, indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now, and I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I say that's great news.
What's wrong?
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get the show on the road.
What if
We'll
Mr.
mostly
Morris...
be filming typical people
Wait.
and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film.
She says ambiance, too. what if, hear me out, what if Mr. Morris is the one that Baptiste was trying to kill?
Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
Please tell me Yoimiya gets shot in the face by Chevreuse like in the cinematic trailer.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
By the way, the clapperboard is the white and black thing that Paimon holds.
Yep, we'll be ready.
You'll see it in a sec.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well.
Really zoom in on those lavenders.
Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
That's the clapperboard.
Okay, now move the camera slowly.
Slowly.
Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter?
The camera seems to be broken.
Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before?
Yeah.
Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
Oh yeah,
Alright,
instead of the giant one
let's
you
give it
have.
another try. Lights! Camera! Action!
Watch how Paimon slides out. It's so bad looking. Are we being hacked?
Don't tell me. This one is broken too. Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What?
Oh no.
Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
Mad Farina scares me.
On it.
I don't think I've ever seen her mad.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
Well, if it isn't Mr. Drip Master himself.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
That was
I
weird how
see.
both broke, though.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
Yeah, consider the fact that the past two broke. I don't think they
The people
broke.
at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Someone's trying to sabotage the film. Someone's trying to sabotage the film. I bet you that's what's happening.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming.
Please tell me someone gets Alec Baldwin.
Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
Again, everyone. Ah, that person left, son of a bitch. Just how bad it looks when Paimon slides out. Just... whee!
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
Please tell me Yoimiya just gets shot.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
The anger in her voice.
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
No. Nope, someone's trying to sabotage the film.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at how angry Farina sounds. This is ungodly.
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
Where's Mr. Morris?
I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh. working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film.
The Bono.
Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
Farina, relax. After some time.
We're back.
We're back.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
Yes, did we?
We found it in the sewers.
What?
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
Again, I can't stop saying this. The emotion in these characters' voices. Give these voice actors a raise, man. These aren't even our conquests. These are events.
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
Please tell me we didn't.
Oh, you scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Right.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Good question.
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
We don't have any beef with anyone.
If they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Okay,
Mr. Morris
we
is sus.
don't have
Mr.
time
Morris
to
is
really
sus.
look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's finish it.
I like that confidence. Thanks to everyone that efforts, you finally wrap up. You were able to overcome all the problems.
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
Yes.
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Well, yeah, we had to look for the movie.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and
Extremely
unique
challenging.
contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
Don't start crying.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Yeah, let's do it, Vegeta.
Party, party! Paimon wants to party!
Shut up, shut up. Paimon, you shut up. Where's the... Oh, it's down by the shore. Oh, this is a neat looking party.
Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film.
Well,
Let's go chat with
Ayaka.
someone.
More to
Doing,
worry
Mr.
about.
Morris? You having a good time?
Yep, I bet.
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight.
Mr. Morris is
Is
sus.
there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Sus.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Okay, hear me out. I'm writing this down on my whiteboard, but I have a theory that Mr. Morris is working with another rival movie project, right? And he's trying to sabotage our project. Sabotage. Fix that E. Yeah, and he's trying to do it because our movie's costing too much money.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? That's truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here.
Yeah, he's
We'll be there in
acting
no
sus.
time.
He's acting
Pretty
sus.
please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But...
It's okay. Just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
All right.
He's sus. He's sus. He's sus. He's sus.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Is Oimi about to get shot? Is that what's about to happen?
It's dark in here. Oh, wait here,
Cinematic.
Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
Oh. Oh my
You
god.
got the wrong guy! It wasn't me! I'm not the killer!
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this.
Oh
She
my
fought
god.
your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards.
Oh my god.
That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way
I
your
knew it.
assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
Kill him.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Oh, she's
I'm
so
Captain
cold.
Shavraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
She's so cold. It was all set up. It was all set up. It was all set up. It was all set up.
You're
Whoa.
under arrest too, prop manager Veronique.
What?
Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
They pulled an Alec Baldwin. Oh my gosh. They pulled an Alec Baldwin. The props.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
They pulled an Alec Baldwin. It was the one who... It was the props person with the live musket. It was they pulled an Alec Baldwin. I predicted it. All of my predictions have come true. But now we need to see if Morris was working for a rival movie company as well.
Drop the gun, Veronique. Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster? Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth.
Except for her.
But this last part is all improv, of course.
Shavraz, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside.
My God, they pulled
Oh, and
an
please
Alec
tell the other
Baldwin.
cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it!
They actually pulled an Alec Baldwin.
So what do you
believe
think,
them.
Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago?
Go ahead.
My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there.
Hey, Morris, don't drop the soap. Or as one guy used to say, I used to fuck guys like you back in prison.
With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court.
Oh, absolutely
Cooperating
not.
with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk.
All right, I'll
I hired
talk.
an assassin to murder Elisa.
You
She
fucking what?
once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby.
I mean,
But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
no one's really in the right here. Because on one hand, he was backed into a bit of a corner, and it should be the opinion of both parents to decide if you want to keep the child. But on the other hand, he really should have visited his children and stuff, you know. I mean, it was okay, sort of nice with him that he gave her a vast sum of mora, but there's really no right answer here yet.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Veronica.
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
Okay, you did have a choice. It's called communication. You should have talked with Elisa and just said, hey, keep this quiet or my life will be over. Okay? Love you. Bye. Or something like that. You know, anything. Really.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
She said it.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor.
That's sad, though.
Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
I'm gonna
Not only
cry.
that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You did?
Yeah, wait,
I once
you did?
told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way.
He was trying to cover for his sister.
I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got?
Nowhere.
He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding.
Bitch.
After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
Yeah.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Okay, so I wasn't right about his motive, but I was right that it was him that sabotaged the equipment. I'll take it.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
You bitch. As a camera operator, you are scum for disassembling.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well.
You have very pointy
Furthermore,
headphones.
being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
Veronique.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain.
There's a thing you don't understand. Death? Death would be too much of a mercy for Morris. He needs to sit. He needs to rot in the prison. I want the prison to rot around him and have another prison built on top of it and seal the walls back up. And when he finally does get to hell, tell him to make some room. Because the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow him whole. So he might as well not keep the devil waiting. But it's not his time yet. That'd be too much of a mercy.
You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the Fortress of Meripede?
The Fortress of Meripede has real Thessaly. He ain't gonna be living like a king.
I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
Shut up. Stop playing the victim.
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevreuse? The rest of the Special Patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Oof.
Chevreuse.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
Are you okay, Chevreuse?
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
You explained everything that happened to the rest of the crew. We cannot have this happy music after that dramatic scene. No, shut up.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
Exactly.
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
I want to hear Farina's opinion.
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
Of course.
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Based on a
Chiori's
true
right.
story.
I'd also
Hear me
like more
out.
people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevreuse?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life.
Exactly.
Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
Of course you do.
What
You
about
don't want to do any more
Veronique?
work.
Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris.
Judgment. Wait, her brother
If I
didn't
had
do
to
anything.
guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, Risley. I
You
said his
mean
name
that
right.
kind of heads up?
I mean wrong.
Exactly.
What kind of heads up?
Ahem.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
Then the matter's settled.
to make
Now
sure
that
he
everything's
harasses
been
them.
taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy.
Gloomy
Let's get back
and
to the
grumpy.
feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow.
I want to
You
see the
should join
finished
us,
film.
Chevreuse. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
Yeah, come on.
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevreuse.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Do 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 do.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes? Is that so? Well, thanks for sharing. When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
Fun.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water.
Kind of giving me a couple of flashbacks.
The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that. Nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Because you can float.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Shivers.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
I'm game.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
I thought you were sick of the clapperboard. Paimon just make no sense to me. Oh. Oh, no, go back up. Let the race
that felt
begin.
good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres.
Oh.
You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the Special Patrol, did you join because of your dad?
Yeah, good question.
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more.
I'm making this whole event into a video.
To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming.
Just keep
because
swimming.
The only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. What do we do with swim?
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
You're welcome.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Why are we here?
Huh. You're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
Is this gonna be
He
symbolic?
really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
He did just get a lot of...
Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look! The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
They're pretty. The... Why was that sweet? This is just such a sweet story.